Well, hey there, this is Jerry, and I'm getting started on another quick episode of What's Broke Today. And today, I've got an older Gravely. It's a 260Z, 60-inch zero turn that I just got done working on the motor. And he wants me to service the hydrostatic transmission fluid. Now, servicing this is a relatively simple task that I started out by. I took it out and mowed with it. I probably mowed about 20 minutes because I was mainly trying out the motor, but I wanted to warm up and get the hydrostatic fluid all warmed up. And then once I get back, I'm just going to take my oil filter wrench, because the oil filter is just right underneath. I'm just going to spin it loose till it starts leaking fluid, and I'll take the cap off of the reservoir, and with the oil warm, because this is 15W50 Mobile 1 that should be in this. So I mean, it's not a thick oil to begin with, but I'm just going to let that sit and drain, which really doesn't take that long. And then I've got a new filter to go on there. Alright, I thought I'd show you it was draining out of the mower, the hydraulic fluid, or engine oil out of the hydrostat. I was actually over here filling up my new filter with my mobile 15W50, because the more, if I can have this full of oil when I put it on there, will be less I got to worry about purging and bleeding out later. And more or less, I'm going to fill that up and then just close the lid on the box and let it sit till I actually get ready to change and put the new one on the machine. That it's be a little bit, because that's still over there dripping. But as soon as it gets done dripping, we'll go down, pull off the old filter, clean up the mounting gasket or the base of where this screws on, get the new filter on, and fill the system and purge it. Okay, now that's down to where it's just an occasional drip. I'm going to unscrew this filter, and there'll be a little bit more come out. Well, that's draining. I'm just going to lay down here where I can see up underneath, and wipe off the gasket area and get some of that grass that's up there close out of the way. Whew, and that oil's warm. The main thing is I don't want to catch none of that up in my gasket or in my filter. But I got my new filter, which is already full of oil. Drain pan back, and that started up on there. Let me go and wipe or tip that sideways and spilled a little oil. Okay. And then this don't have to be super tight, but just good and snug. And once I get that, not that it's going to stay clean, but wipe that off. Throw my rag where I spilled. Okay, after I get the filter on, should make sure there's no dust in your funnel, because that could defeat the purpose in a hurry. And there was a bug in it. So I just washed him out with a little brake clean. Now I'm just going to pour my 15W50 in. Set that to the side, and then hang on to it. And of course, on our oil cap, we got our dipstick. And when it's hot, we don't want it to be over the full mark. So I usually put it down about a third to half full when it's cold. But I'm just going to now stick this down here. I'm still not even touching the stick yet, so main thing, we don't want to overfill it either, so we don't it doesn't overflow when it gets hot. Okay, and there I'm a little over halfway up the stick. So I don't need to put that in yet. I'm going to set this out of the way. Grab another rag. And then we're going to start this up. And also don't need no grass in your new oil. Now, this mower, he has bypassed the seat switch, so I don't have to be sitting on it. I've got a floor jack underneath the back and got both wheels off the ground. And this will be noisy, so you won't be able to hear me talk, but basically what I'm going to do is start it up, take off the parking brake, and take the levers and push them and let them go all the way forward and just let the wheels spin. Okay, you notice I let it go forward for a while, and I've took and reversed it for a little bit and then went back forward. Then we'll take our stick, go down in there, and I'll say I'm just maybe a hair over half full. And now what we'll do is we'll go out and we'll take this for a drive. Just to make sure everything works good. But that's about all there is to a swap on these, because I mean, you don't get all the oil because you can't empty the wheel motors without a lot of work. You can't empty the pumps without a lot of work. But we're probably getting, I'm gonna say, Now, and I'm guessing 60 or so percent of the oil changed. That if you wanted to change every drop of it, it would be quite a chore. But the main thing is, for me, once you get done, I found if I could fill that filter and then the tank and then run it like this, it purges most of the air fairly quick. You know, because there's not a whole lot left to purge, mainly because these hoses are all still full. You know, if you had a leak where it got low and you got to a point where you heard it growling like a power steering pump, you know, that kind of sound, you'd want to set it up, put it on jack stands, let it sit here and run for quite a while till, you know, you stop getting air bubbles in the tank and it stayed at a constant level. That you never want to be driving it when it's making that loud growling sound on most of these pumps. Because if, you know, whenever they're making that growling sound, there's air in there, and you can actually cause damage to the pumps because of the cavitation. That air in the oil and going through the pumps actually damages and will wear the inside of the pumps. So I'm going to go out for a quick drive and I'll be right back. Well, I took the Gravely out for a test ride. Everything worked good. I'll say it worked good before, so I wasn't expecting any problems. After I got done driving, I come back, checked the fluid, and it went down, I mean, maybe a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch. It was right in the middle of the, between add and full, so I'm going to call that good. Now this way I did this works on a lot of mowers, especially when the filter is lower than that tank. Anytime that filter's lower, because the fluid comes out of the tank and actually goes through the hydrostatic system, and the filter's on the return line. So when you pull that filter off, it drains the tank. Now if the filter was up at tank level or higher, then you're stuck to using like a fluid extractor to pull the fluid out and change the filter. But you know, never get all of it, but you try and get as much of the oil changed as you can. I appreciate you watching. I always like those thumbs up for the likes. Thanks for all those comments, and appreciate all you subscribers that I've got. And if you're not a subscriber, better join on in, because I'll tell them what else you'll see on What's Broke Today. Thank you.